Hey everybody, it's Dissident here and welcome back to another Funko Pop unboxing video and review. So today, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the man, the myth, the legend himself, Darth Vader. But not just any Darth Vader, as you can probably already tell, he's looking a little different. This is the Concept Series Darth Vader. Now I know that there's two different versions of these bad boys. I'm going to put a picture of the other Concept Darth Vader here. I think it's from the 2020 Galactic Convention. Sadly, I wasn't able to get my hands on that one, but I managed to get this bad boy. But before we continue with the video, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoy, subscribe for more content, and click that notification bell to stay updated. First impressions, the condition of the box itself, it did not come or did not have, because I went to get it in person, any dents, and it was the only one. So I was actually really debating whether to get it or not. And there's not any flaws that I can see firsthand as I glance at this box. It came in pretty good condition, so I'm happy to see that the one and only one that was there ended up being pretty good. And then the figure himself, I can already see he looks totally different than the original Darth Vader. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to do a comparison between a normal Darth Vader and the Concept Series Darth Vader, so we can really get an in-depth review and comparison between the two variations of the character. But anyway, I don't want to go on a tangent. We're going to get a closer look at the box for you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alrighty then, so here we have Star Wars 426. As you can see, huge number, huge collection. And as also, if you haven't noticed, this Darth Vader has a little bit of a bluish tint to him, and on the art here, he has a blue lightsaber. So I really enjoy the Concept Series. I think it's a super cool idea, especially as a Star Wars fan. You like to see kind of like the behind the scenes stuff and all the ideas that came like to be, which is Star Wars. So we have the front of the box, beautiful condition, beautiful artwork. Let's turn around, see this artwork here. You can see Darth Vader looking pretty cool. He has similarities to his original design, but the helmet, it's really the helmet and the color that make the huge significant difference. Now here on the back side, this is where we have the Concept wave, the entire wave. Yeah, that is a Concept C-3PO over here and an R2-D2. That looks totally different than what we're used to. And then you have Yoda here. It seems like he has long white hair, which is totally different than what we're used to. And then you have the Darth Vader, and here's the art, the old art of the Darth Vader. And I think further along this side of the actual art image is Luke Skywalker. I think he's fighting Luke in that concept scene, so it's pretty cool. And then we have here, which is just Concept Series Darth Vader 426, the artwork at the bottom. We have the top of the box, Darth Vader's eyes, nothing too crazy. And then we have the bottom of the box, which I accidentally left the price tag on, so I'm gonna blur that out. But the bottom of the box has junk that nobody cares about. And now it's time to take this bad boy out of the box. If you don't know, or you already do know, we like to go from the bottom of the box. Be very careful because you don't want to create any dents. There we go. And or creases. That was actually a pretty tight. There we go. I didn't do any damage. We good. Just be careful. Sound warning, because you already know that these plastic wraps here can cause a lot of sound. Put the box all over there. Here it goes. Headphone noise warning. Ooh, that's not that bad. It might be a little bad, but it doesn't sound too bad on my side. There we go. We got 2 for 1. We didn't have to do all 4. Let's put that also right over there. And he looks so much better out of the box, and his head looks a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. But he is super, super cool. We're going to show you guys a closer look of this bad boy in 3, 2, 1. Boom! There you guys have it. We have the Concept Series Darth Vader in all of his Funko Pop glory. Now we're going to take a closer look at this Darth Vader, and then I'll grab the other Darth Vader, put them side by side so we can really see the comparison between these two. Okay, let's start with how he looks. To me, this version of Darth Vader looks kind of like an insect, only because the eyes, the lenses are huge, because they go from the inside of the helmet all the way out to like almost the temple area. So to me, he looks a little bit insect-like, but he still does look like Darth Vader. The helmet doesn't flare out as much or go down. It's a smaller version of his helmet, but I feel like it's a bigger version of his mask. And the mask has a little bit less details than the final version of Darth Vader. You can see more of the vents, and this one just has the slits. So it's just slightly less detail on the concept series. Now let's get a little closer look at the actual armor itself. First difference is he doesn't have any buttons. Like this whole device that he has here, it's just buckles. You can see that it's just belt buckles. There's no buttons there. His belt doesn't have any buttons. It's just a more simplistic version of Darth Vader, I would say. Obviously, a huge difference, well, two huge differences, is the entire outfit is a blue tint and the lightsaber is not red. It's also blue. You can already see that the lightsaber itself also looks different. Towards the hilt, the base is a lot fatter. Usually lightsabers are just kind of like a straight line. This one, obviously you can tell that the lightsabers are also in concept art form, because this is not, as far as I can remember, lightsabers don't have that fat base at the end of them. We're going to do a little bit of rotation just to get a full look at the figure. He looks really good. He has a lot of small details. You can see the lines in his clothing, the armor details that he has here. There's also this iconic part that he has right there. That didn't change much. That armor that he had on his chest and on his shoulders, that didn't change much from the final Vader. But he's a pretty clean character. I don't see any paint flaws on him at all. There's a line there, but that's obviously the mold of the figure, so you can't complain about that. But he's a pretty clean figure. All in all, he's also very simple. He's a more simplistic version, more clean, I guess you would say clean version of Darth Vader, just because there's not as many buttons and knobs and small details that the final version of Darth Vader actually has. He's a super cool pop though. Like, he's probably, Darth Vader is one of my favorite characters, so seeing kind of where he originated from is a pretty cool fact as a Star Wars fan. Like, you like to see all those behind the scenes and the ideas and stuff, so this is a great representation of a concept Darth Vader in a Funko Pop form. Alright, and now we have the comparison between the Darth Vader we know and love versus one of the first renditions of Darth Vader. You can already see, actually, now that I put them side by side, there's a lot of differences. Starting with the eyes, these look like normal lenses to me. These are huge, so that's one thing. And then I forgot that he has this line up here, part of his helmet. This Darth Vader does not have that line. It's literally just a thing, I guess, plopped onto his head. But I feel like he has more of an expression, because he has a lot more eyebrow crease. He has a lot more like anger. This one's more statuesque, because Darth Vader is already menacing as it is. So maybe he didn't need the expression that he has in this one, because when you see just that stoic face of Darth Vader, you know that something bad is going to go down. Now you can already see also the differences in the breathing mask. This mask is bigger. The ventilator, it's wider, but this one sticks out a lot more. Whereas the original Darth Vader is more flat. It's more to his face. Whereas this one sticks out. That's what I meant by the actual ventilating system. Not that this one's bigger. This one's obviously wider, but this one protrudes more than the original Darth Vader. You can see that they also added all the other little details. Look at the different buttons, the belts, the greens, the reds, the blues. And then you have this here, this chest plate area, shoulder area has more armor to it, more colors. This one has the same more or less design, but doesn't have the gray accents on the black. You can also see in this Darth Vader that he has a little bit more detail in the actual clothing that he has here, whereas this one is more straight, that you can see in this area. This is not the cape. This is the same as what this Darth Vader has here. But this one has just a little bit more detail to it, more of a cloth feel to him. So you can obviously just see that even in the pops itself, that this one has more detail than the concept. And then a huge difference again is the color. I like this one because it has the contrast between the black and the red, where this one is just more of a blue all around. So in a sense, you could say it doesn't catch the eye as well as this one. And here's another difference between the actual figures themselves. This one, now how freaking cool is that? This Darth Vader lights up. His lightsaber glows. He has audio. This is probably one of my favorite pops ever because it's a cool character. He has cool effects. He lights up. He has sound. So I would say I like this pop more, but don't get me wrong. This pop is still Darth Vader and it's still sick. So there you guys have it. That is the concept Darth Vader and all of his Funko Pop glory. If you haven't picked them up, please do, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. Having a concept series is probably going to be a great addition to your collection. For me, 10 definite out of 10. I believe he's a common because I just was able to find him in store. He doesn't have an exclusive sticker or anything, so you should be able to go to like your local GameStop and find him for $10. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.